about that all day. Hello, Daniel Lucas. Jesus Christ, you sound obeser than you actually are.
Oh wow, that's not very nice of you.
It's just accurate.
The end. So hey,
And you look pretty obese. No, I'm just kidding. You seem like you make diabetes look good.
The end of the world, huh?
And
The end of the world. Me. The end of the world. I make diabetes look excellent, man.
You do. You rock it really good.
I'm like the Lizzo of stand-up comedy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like you have too many toes. Like if anything, like it's actually kind of ruining your flow.
It's because of the nukes that dropped at the end of the world that I grew extra toes. I'm a bit of a mutant now. Yeah.
Extra that would be cool. That would be kind of convenient. Having extra arms, like that's the exact opposite of a problem.
Ooh, I don't know. It might be painful. It might be really painful to have extra arms.
It's like forearms from Ben 10. Like, oh, I would love that, man.
We don't know if it's like useful forms that you can like. It could be. It wouldn't be like Ten Shin Han fucking forearms that you can control.
Yeah, I doubt you'd get that like immediately. But like, I don't know. Maybe like if you start off with like weird sort of like nuclear arms, but like that just sets off your gene pool towards better and better forearms. Yeah, down the line. So like maybe I'll take the hits, and my grandkids can have thick forearms.
Shall we? We'll just get into it with nuclear fallout then. if we're talking about the end.
There's got to be a sweet spot in the nuclear fallout where it's like you don't die, you're not completely out of it, but you do get superpowers.
We are currently in Dan's house. We're usually in James' house. Today we're in Dan's house, which is a lovely abode of about 3 square centimeters.
I know, and in preparation for this podcast, he actually made it look like a Fallout shelter. Yeah, I was like, wow, you really set this place up years in advance for this podcast.
I got the mold growing ages ago because I knew this was happening.
I don't want to say anything, but there is mold like right next to your headboard right there, and that is no bueno. That actually is a problem.
And I've been trying to get rid of it for a while, but every time I get rid of it, I like get mold remover and I go over it for a while, and then 2 days later it grows back.
Oh, bro, you know what that is? That's gonna be a mold remover, bleach, and paint job.
Oh, yes. Probably the pain, to be honest.
You're not going to survive to the apocalypse, to be honest. Yeah. Well, you're going to die long before that happens.
That depends when it happens. Anyways, enough about my shit house. I know it's shit, man.
I think this is actually safe for the apocalypse because, like, you know, when the Mad Max sort of like elements of the world goes in and people are like going like house to house to try and find for like they're gonna skim over this house like, oh, there's nothing in there.
The thing is,
you'd be very safe here.
The thing is, if our listeners support this podcast more properly and start giving us money and stuff, then I can get a big house and then I'll be saving the apocalypse. So it's really your fault.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, Dan here.
It's really the listener's fault of anything.
Apocalypse. I mean, this is apocalypse now.
This is apocalypse
now.
Not
like,
apocalypse
right
later. Apocalypse now.
Right now.
Right now. Apocalypse now.
I'd love to see like that, like those like a commercial or something like that.
I dropped the mic, by the way, for people who listen to this on Spotify.
Every year, Dan keeps living in this house. And with no end in sight. It's just like, with your help, we could end the pain. And it just zooms in on the mold next to your headboard.
Help Dan get a separate living room bedroom.
I would like to say just help Dan, just in general.
Just help Dan.
Just like, with what? Just, all right, how much time you got?
So we had a nice week. We've both been doing gigs. We've been we've enjoyed our first episode with our producer last week, who's not here this week. So if this sounds like shit, that's why. Do
you think he likes us? Like, there's a part of me that thinks that, like, he saw that one episode, was like, oh yeah, no, we'll totally do this again. Just walking out like, Jesus, no. Oh God, never again.
I think that was a good episode. Though. It was definitely better than this one so far. So I think we made a good impression. That is true. No, Emmett's a cool guy. He went off to, this is the type of guy he is. He left us after the podcast to do golfing. So that's the type of a producer we got. Yeah, Emmett's a cool guy. I do think that was a good first trial with the producer, though. So if the audience enjoyed the audio, that's not coming back for like a week or two. So just skip the next couple of episodes, really. We'll let you know. We'll put a little parentheses with like, it'll be like a little E or something like that. So you know that, don't think, is that explicit? No, they're all explicit. This one just has Emmett. Explicitly listenable. T for tolerable. Just a little T there. And we wanted to talk a little bit today about the end of the world, because that's very cheery. That's a hot topic. It's a hot topic. It's on everybody's mind. Global warming, that's a hot topic. That's a hot topic. Fallout just came out, and it's a great TV show. James hasn't seen any of it, but it's a great TV show. For anyone listening to this who has seen it, it's a great TV show.
Well, for the listeners, for people like myself, like I played the games, but like just give us a quick rundown of the Fallout sort of setup, just so we can kind of get into it.
Okay. So, the nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear of that?
Nuclear war? Why wasn't I invited? Sorry, carry on.
Nuclear holocaust happens. Everybody dies. My favorite kind of holocaust, the nuclear type.
The ones you're not involved in.
The ones we're not responsible for.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Nuclear holocaust. You don't need to apologize. I need to apologize.
I'm Canadian. If I don't, they take my passport away.
I should be apologizing. Haven't we apologized enough?
That's how Canadian I am. I'm so sorry they did that. Sorry, carry on.
Haven't we apologized enough? Entschuldigung. That happens, and humans go into these bunkers called vaults, right? All over the place. They go into these little vaults, and in the vaults they build new societies, and eventually the people from the vault, they have to venture to the surface for multiple reasons. In every game there's a different reason. Sometimes they get kidnapped, sometimes there's the water supply breaks, shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as they go to the surface, they realize, oh shit, actually there's people living on the surface. Radiation levels have gone down low enough that there's just whole civilizations building, and then the people in the vaults are just like really out of place. Because they've been raised in the whole fall is like very anti-capitalist, very anti-American, the whole show. Where like it's the people who set up the vaults are like a big company that did it for profit, they only cared about profits, and they started doing human experiments on the people in the vaults and shit like this.
Oh wow!
So it ends up being like
it's like Up almost.
No, it's not Up.
Not Up. Wall-E. Wall-E. It's like Up, not at all.
And then your character ties a few balloons to his nuclear shelter, and he flies it over to the Amazon and finds a rare bird.
Yeah, his wife died in the nuclear holocaust, and it's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. That's one way to deal with it. You just fly your ass out of the splash zone. Let those nuclear winds just take you to paradise.
Actually, if you think about it, it's exactly like Ratatouille.
So yeah.
A very dangerous rat starts puppeteering the president of North Korea.
I see.
He starts dropping nukes everywhere.
Okay. No, but I was thinking it was like Wall-E or something like that, where no, except Wall-E there was no civilization there, but like humans were so detached from actual life in that spaceship, where like they're coming back and they realize like, what does it even mean to be human? What the fuck are we?
That's it. Yeah, it's kind of like that, where they're very detached in the vaults. They all get raced on like, it's all like the people get raced being like, we're the future of humanity, and then you have to be a good person and don't do upon each other what you do upon yourselves. And they go to the surface and there's people like fucking raping and pillaging for survival,
And they saw that, we're like, we got this all wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you necessarily need to do a lot of raping for survival. I think they're doing that for fun, but they're pillaging for survival.
Nothing else to do. No gigs.
No gigs. No gigs going. No gigs to go to. No gigs to do. Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, that was pretty rough. Like I played a few of the games. Like I played Fallout 4. And those, yeah. So I know it's like based off of that and everything like that. And like like the underground people, they have all this like cool armor and like weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but like there's like guerrilla warfare.
The armor is these guys called we get a bit too much into the weeds now, but the armor is like these guys called Brotherhood of Steel. Very interesting if you look at them from a post-apocalyptic viewpoint, because they're the idea of like, what if there was a group of people, right, and they make it their life's mission to take all the technology that's still left in the world and hoard it, so that not another like nuclear war can't happen. That's sort of their mantra. They're like, if we take all the technology we hoard and we only use it for ourselves, then there can't be another nuclear disaster.
That sounds good to me. I mean, that's just
they're
good.
Pretty evil. They're mostly the bad guys.
That sounds like as good of a philosophy as any. Like what else? Like there's no rules at that point, so it's like, well, look, if we all have nuclear like weapons and technology stuff like that, another nuclear war might happen. If we got it, probably won't happen. Or I don't know, like
probably.
It makes sense if you don't think about it. I would drop in a
that'd
CV.
Be the first.
I would drop in a post-apocalyptic CV.
Since we're talking about Fallout, that's the first possibility we could, because we should walk through possibilities of the world ending. I think that'd be a fun way to go through.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So nuclear holocaust, right? How it happens in Fallout is that there's Fallout is like parallel to our history, right? There's the American society and like the USSR sort of a version that they have in Fallout. So I think they're called like the Western Union and like the
Western Union. Western Union.
Like, it's the Western Union. It is it's fucking
we safely
Goldman
secure.
Sachs.
We safely secure money and you. Like okay, Western Union.
But they have like the Cold War, right? But in Fallout, the Cold War doesn't stay cold. They just drop the nukes.
Yeah, I see. Like it's an alternate reality where it pops off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that could happen in our world? We don't have a Cold War right now. We do have an actual war in the Middle East, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very warm war there.
Yeah. Good weather.
Well, I heard this like one podcast with like a CIA guy, and they basically said like, I'm not worried about any of the countries that have 200 nuclear weapons. Like I'm not worried about the people that want to buy 200 nuclear weapons. I'm worried about the guy that just wants to buy one. So, it's like, I don't think it's ever going to be like a war. I think it's just going to be one guy pops it off, but then that's a chain reaction.
Yeah, but he's also a CIA agent. Like, there's a reason he says that, because
But there's some validity to that, though, where it's just kind of like, if one crazy guy just starts it all off, and then like that could just put everyone's... It's like a beehive or something like that. As soon as one pops off, everyone's gone.
It smells like bullshit to me. I think you should be just as worried about the America having 5,000 nukes than you should be about North Korea having one. I think America's probably a bit more dangerous in that case.
But what about mutually assured destruction, though, where it's just like, who's getting new? If we just launch one, it's done.
I'm just saying, the one we really should look at critical is the country that's already dropped a couple of nukes. Oh, there's only one country who's ever done it, And
they set the tone. They said like, in Oppenheimer, that was actually wild. They strategically picked two. They said like, here's one, so you know what the bomb is, and here's another, so we could do it again. And like that is actually pretty fucking intense.
And that was their logic.
It's not like a happy accident where they drop one. Whoa.
Yeah.
That was sick. Anyone know how that happened? No. What happened? What did we drop there?
Let's do it again.
Yeah, but can we do it again? It just doesn't happen again. It's just like one really cool bomb.
Sorry, guys.
That's not the way I described it.
Sorry, guys. I was looking at my phone. Can we?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, wait, where're the paperwork at? Wait, we just shredded it. Fuck.
One
really cool bomb. It's not a cool bomb. It's a terrible bomb.
That was the logic they had for it, though, where they're like, if we drop the nukes now, it'll scare other people are dropping nukes. That was like part of the logic that Kissinger and people had, which I don't know if I agree with it, but that was how they looked at it when they're like, if we blow up a nuke now, it'll stop nuclear warfare for the next like 100 years, which I don't really know. I don't know.
Well, because they thought they knew that eventually other countries would get the facts. They didn't think it would happen that quickly because there was like, I don't know their names, but like they're called like the greatest traitors in American history. It was like this mother, it was a husband and wife. They sold the nuclear secrets to the Russians like 4 years after the war.
Yeah.
And like immediately like, fuck, damn it. Like the plan was that like we have this for a while, but then immediately.
That's another thing where I would go like, I don't know if they're the greatest traitors because it's like, there's such an American perspective on it, where America is like, nuke's only evil if the other guys have it. As long as we have it, we only use them right. It's like, that's bullshit. You're the only people who fucking dropped them. Yeah. If anyone should be allowed nukes, it's fucking America. I'd rather have Russia have 1 billion nukes than America have one because they already fucking dropped the things.
Ooh, no, I think that's different because like they're like I could be like I think like America did it. It's just like we've done it, but now everyone else is like wants to join the party.
Yeah, but they're the only country in the
party. These are terrible adjectives for a nuclear war.
Nobody else is at the party. America's the only ones at the party. They're the only ones who've actually done it. Everybody else is like.
Oh man, well, because that's the tone though, because that's mutually assured destruction. That's again like if someone else pops it off now, like, because the reason why they were able to, a big reason why they were able to drop it in Japan the first time is because that was new. It was the first time anyone's ever done it. Everyone's ever shown how to do it. Now, if it's known that you can go tit for tat with people, then it's like shit. Well, then that's where literally everything pops off. That movie Oppenheimer is wild, where they just said like there was like a mathematical chance, like they didn't know that like. If the bombs go off, there's a chance it just might ignite.
It might end the whole world. Yeah, that was a big thing where like this could literally end up in the apocalypse. And I think that's what's really fucked up about it is because America still dropped them. They knew all of this and they were like, we're still fucking doing. That's why I kind of like I don't mind that the USSR got nukes. I think that's probably a good thing. I think it's probably a good thing that America is the only one who has nuclear weapons. Otherwise, we'd be fucked.
If only Christopher Reeves was around, we could all just shoot all of our nukes in the air and you just throw them into the sun. Like
if we only had the Iron Giant around. If only the Iron Giant was here.
That's what I mean. Like seriously, like we need to. Like that would be kind of cool.
If we only had Andre the Giant, he could fucking.
Well, I saw this. Like one thing that would be.
You know Andre the Giant?
Andre the Giant, the wrestler.
The like big wrestler who's like a bit mentally handicapped. If we had him, he'd see a nuke come up and be like, "Oh, God, stop the nuke!" And he'd fucking run up to it.
He'd be like,
he'd suplex it into the ground.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool as shit, dude.
We'll have to settle for Hulk Hogan. Listen here, brother.
Dudes, brother.
brother. He just gets Hulk. It goes off on him. He just gets like Hulkamania. Like it just makes him even more powerful. Like just you get an even more Hulkamania guy. Let me tell you, brother. How do you think he got that tan? I'm pretty
Not
sure
in
that's
my country, brother.
Jesus, his dick gets even
You
bigger.
think you can blow up my country, brother?
No, you got another thing.
You got another thing coming.
And then triple H. H stands for hydrogen bomb.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, like one thing that'd be kind of cool though is like, what if we all just gave up on like destroyed all the guns, destroyed all the nuclear weapons, went back to swords?
Oh, dude, I'd be so in favor for that.
You know
man.
what I mean? Like there's
swords rule. Why did we ever stop?
Especially nowadays, you could have like chainsaw swords or
That's
something like
what
that, plasma swords.
That's what like the gangsters in London. That's what they have right. You know, like the post-coke like drill gangsters, because all they use is fucking huge knives. They're doing.
It's like Romeo and Juliet or something like that. Like Mercutio or something like that.
Gangsters in America are like, put a cap in you motherfucker. Gangsters in London are like,
on guard.
Unsheath.
On guard, you scallywag.
Unsheath. You are selling
you
narcotics.
fellow.
You are selling narcotics in my fiefdom.
Oh my god. And then people in France are doing the same thing, but they smack each other with gloves first.
Yeah. I hope no roadmen listen to this, because they'd be so mad. Because it's more like, Wagwan, brother, where you
Wagwan.
Where you going, pussy-o?
Pussy-o, yeah, that's it. Pussy-o. Where is that based anyway? Is that based in England?
Well, pussy-o.
Romeo and Juliet. I know it was written in England, but is it based in England?
I think Shakespeare based everything in England, right? That was his thing.
Jesus,
yeah.
Man. Fair enough.
Yeah.
He called it.
Yeah, he did call it. What he called what?
I don't know, sword fighting?
Sword fighting?
I suppose he didn't, but
what did he call?
I don't know.
He called shit, dude. He called Jack shit. What did he call it? People fall in love? Well done, Shakespeare, you fucking...
Jesus, yeah,
fucking asshole, you.
Fuck. We went for that. I like how the hottest topic that got us both going so far isn't nuclear fallout, isn't war. Fucking Shakespeare.
If you okay, this is a bit macabre, but if you were like a typical, if you were like petty power right now, right? You're putting your bets down, right? You're hedging your bets. Who would you put your money on to be the first country to drop a nuke? After Japan, because America already dropped some. The next country.
That's an easy bet.
Yeah. America would be probably leading the polls. Let's be honest.
That's like Back to the Future 3 or something like that. You get like all the books or something like that. You just hedge your bets. I would say it's got to be all right. If we're getting a bit realistic, I would say I could see Russia on Ukraine.
I don't think so.
I think if they keep losing and stuff like that, if they keep like if it doesn't go their way, I could see them just being like, you know what, fuck this.
I was worried for a while about that, but I actually feel like that's not gonna happen. I'm always like countries,
I hope, but like just in terms of like what I think.
Countries that are kind of weak militarily, and Russia is not strong militarily. They're not a powerful country anymore, right? Russia and North Korea and places like that have nukes, but they're kind of weak military wise. I don't know if they would drop nukes, because if they would drop nukes, it would mean that their whole country would be obliterated within like seconds. Well, because the second they drop a nuke, everybody else is dropping nukes on them.
Mutually assured destruction. But all it takes is
wouldn't even be that. If you have a small country, if you like Russia or North Korea, and you have a small military, and you drop a nuke on whatever enemy you have, 50 other nukes are getting sent your way immediately. Like, you can't do that.
But the thing is, though, it just takes the few people in charge. We're talking about like a small group of people just to be like, well, you know what? If I can't have fun, no one's gonna have fun. Like, it's a childish mentality where they could be like, literally, they could just be like, you know what? Let's just take this whole party out.
Yeah, but they don't want to die. That's the main. Nobody wants to die, even if they're crazy. They don't want to die.
What if they go to a fallout shelter, like your apartment, and like they have like an escape plan, and they're like,
yeah,
this place probably would be okay.
I think no, I don't think that would happen because they would lose their power. I think the most likely, in my opinion, are countries that are like have a religious government. I think that'd be very likely because to them, death is not as big of a thing, you know. If you look at places like Israel or Iran, like places like that, they're currently at war. Israel and Iran are currently at war, right? And it's really scary to me because they're both.
Did you say Israeli scary to me?
Yeah, Israel and Iran.
It's really scary.
Is really scary to me because they're both religious governments, right? Like Iran is a heavily a theocratic Muslim government. And Israel is a heavily Zionist government. So
they're not based on rationality.
Yeah, I think it's much more likely for someone to be like, my God's real, you isn't, I'm going to drop a nuke. Because then they don't really care if they die.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I think. I don't know who has nukes in that region. Like, I don't know if Iran.
They all fucking do, man.
I don't know if Iran has any.
Sure, they all do.
Well, I thought like Iran like had like the whole thing was like.
No,
this is a great podcast for the listeners. Just people like, oh yeah, I think anyway. I saw a newspaper article a little while ago.
Iran, I actually walked.
I ran away. No, maybe it'll be that. All right, so how about this though? Instead of speculating there, what about the actual practicalities? Some pops off. What are you doing?
If there was a nuclear holocaust
Whoever
happening,
it is, because who knows at this point.
Yeah, let's just assume the nukes are dropping, right? The nukes are dropping and shit is blowing up.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to Kerry because I'm not kidding. Because apparently Kerry is actually in this like very convenient spot where if there's ever nuclear like winds and stuff like that, like it just would not hit Kerry.
Well, first of all, it'd be nice. Not nice, but there's something lucky about Ireland.
This is a tricky conversation.
Yeah. There's something nice about Ireland here because the only time you'd get affected was if there would be nuke in England. Because nobody's nuking Ireland. That's just straight away. No offense to Ireland. Love you Irish people, but your country's not important enough to get nuked. That shit not happening. What are they going to cut off the dairy supply of Europe?
And I think
they're not nuking fucking Ireland. That shit's not happening. Like they got too much cheese.
An EMP goes off, so like all electronics go off in the world, but like half of Ireland doesn't notice.
Yeah, it's fine.
They don't have electricity anyway.
Fine. Yeah.
Just like, oh shit, we're selling a lot more candles these days.
We have to cut off their dairy supply.
Now that's lactose intolerance. We gotta get these guys where it counts. We gotta get these guys where it counts calcium.
The only way to beat Europe is cutting off their spuds.
That'll show them. Get those fucking complex carbs out of the picture. No more prime beef.
You get Guinness out of the pubs, you win.
That would annoy some people.
It would annoy some people.
There would be pockets around the world be like, dang it.
Hey, could I get a Guinness there, please? Sorry, Ireland got blown up. Fuck.
Same with Jameson, where it's just kind of like,
fuck. I'll have to get a fucking Ocean's Edge. I'll have to get a forged stout. Conor McGregor's gonna move operations out of Ireland. Second against Duke, you know?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he'll move it out.
Oh, so it's not all bad.
It's not.
It would be all bad then. You mean he's leaving? Thank fuck.
I don't think Ireland would be on the target list because it's not a militarily important part. Ireland has like fucking one battleship, you know? No one's gonna blow up Ireland. And the only thing that will happen is that England will get blown up and radiation will go over here.
And that's where, again, like, I think conveniently with like the winds and stuff like that, I've heard like Kerry and like the west of Ireland is actually conveniently placed where like it would actually avoid a good bit of that sort of, like fallout and stuff. So yeah, I'd get on the 40. I'd get on the Ford Bus Aaron 40 bus. And I'd be like, crazy. Yeah, to take it for one, just put in like a podcast and just have a day in the old time down to Dingle.
I'd go to Kerry Airport. Just continue the podcast, man. I'm just going to blow my nose.
Jesus,
this is a very efficient podcast. Look how
I like he always bashes me for like going to the bathroom or drinking water, but
that's all right. I'm basically still on the pod. I'm still talking, aren't I?
It looks actually better.
Yeah. Wow, that's very offensive.
For the viewers, he's off screen now. So
I'm off screen watering down some whiskey.
Don't even. All right, man. You know, there's a few things that would get me actually hot and ready to go. It's watered down whiskey.
Give him your analysis of what would you do once the bombs stop dropping, and I'm gonna blow my nose.
All right, so let's see the bomb. Like number one, I'd check my phone to see like whereabouts it was. But the thing is like I've been actually low key. This is one thing I wouldn't mind talking about. I was actually thinking about getting this thing called a bug out bag. My like former boss at a kombucha brewery, he has this thing called a bug out bag.
It's like a prepper thing.
Yeah, it's a backpack with all this stuff.
Oh my God, don't be doing. You're so American, man.
It's true. Oh no, he's from Cork actually. But...
Yeah, but that's so American. That's what like the fucking Americans who listen to Alex Jones do. They're like, brother, we're gonna get loads of fucking dirt, brother.
Well, no. I think it's good for two reasons. Because number one, either
get a shovel and stop digging, brother.
Here's the thing, though, because two things are gonna come out of that. You have a bug out bag with like camping gear, fire equipment, bit of food. So either number one, you're ready for the apocalypse. Number two, you can go camping whenever.
Okay,
you're already packed.
Okay, I get you.
I'm sorry. Do you not want to start fires like with a flint?
You could just go camping. And I get you. But
that's probably what I'd eventually do with my bug out bag. It's just like, I just want to use it at this point.
I think all that prepper stuff in case of an apocalypse, I think there's actually something we should talk about as well. That's related. I think that's all kind of a scam, to be honest. I think people who are like selling you prepper stuff, be like, you can get this to survive the end of the world. I think they're just trying to make money before the world ends.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but it's like, but you know, it's one of those things where they it seems like a dumb idea until it actually happens, and then everyone's gonna be like,
I think
see?
I think when it happens, it's still gonna seem like a dumb idea. I think it's gonna happen because
There's just gonna be like, everyone's gonna look nerd.
Yeah, no.
You're getting like a fourth arm growing over there. Fucking nerd.
Because the thing that's gonna happen in most apocalypses is that people always prepare for the case they survive the initial death toll from nearly all apocalyptic scenarios. But the chances are, likeliness are, that you're not surviving that initial death toll. That's when most people are dying. That's why it's called an apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely you actually live towards the end of it.
But the thing is, well, number one, I think, yeah, going back to your first question, if a bomb went off or something like that, if it happened close to me, I would just get out a lawn chair and just let it hit me. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this whole thing. But if
I'm kinda
I was
with
a
you.
survivor, then I would be like, all right, I'd rather have the bug out bag than not. You know what I mean?
Bug-out bag.
That's what it was called.
That's what it's all coming down to. The whole apocalypse thing is all coming down to the bug-out bag. If you don't have the bug-out bag, you're bugging out.
But dude,
You're bugging out if you don't have the bug-out bag.
Literally though, but like the thing is, you could have anything in there. You could have like the straws that filter, so you just put it in any water, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, either A, you're prepared for the apocalypse, or B, you go camping whenever you want. Like these are both great fucking things to have. Ready to go.
You
know what? You're actually you're strengthening my resolve. I'm gonna whip up.
You're gonna order a bug-out bag right now.
Absolutely.
Why is it called the bug-out bag?
Don't know. Never asked him.
Because you're bugging out.
Potentially,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Like, take your pick. Your guess is as good as mine.
I think.
You know who survives the fucking apocalypse is bugs.
Dude, I've been watching.
Cockroach outback.
When I watched Fallout the entire time, I was thinking, if you had a bug-out bag right now, this wouldn't be happening. You had a bug-out bag, dude. I see like these guys getting attacked by radiated scorpions the size of a small car, and I'm thinking, if you had a bug-out bag,
I throw my straw at him. My filter straw. Take that.
Dude, if you had a bug-out bag, that bug would be out. That was pretty good, actually. That was a good one.
The whole bag is just raid away.
Break here for a second break, but that was a good joke. Let's just appreciate
Absolutely,
that.
let's take it that for a second.
Yeah, let's just take.
Just the whole backpack is just like raid away, just like a bunch of just actual. That's what we're
Anyway, man, don't try and tag onto my good joke now. You ruin it. I got a good on there with the bug be out, and like, don't try and tag on it now, man.
I think you're bugging out on this one, bud. I think
no, man, stop trying to tag onto it. Like,
Jesus.
The thing is, you're going on the pitch after Michael Jordan, and you're trying to throw a 3-pointer. I know nothing about basketball.
You just said that was pretty good. That wasn't. I mean, that was it. To be fair, you got like the bare bones for basketball.
Do you call it a pitch?
Yeah, not a pitch. No,
that's football, right?
Did you say pitch?
Yeah.
Pitch? No, that's Irish.
Michael Jordan walks on the pitch and throws a shoots a penalty,
and he bowls a strike.
Yeah, he bowls a strike. And he strikes a hoop.
He strikes a hoop, throws a bowling ball at the 3-pointer, just breaks the backboard.
Ah, dude, when he was fucking defending that dunk, man. Nice.
Thanks, man.
Nice. You should have done it through the mic, pussy-o.
I was going to think about the listeners. Pussy-o. Oh, dude. All right, where's our knives? Let's get at it.
Knives.
We're going to take this shit to London.
I think we can move to a different apocalypse now. We've covered nuclear.
Yeah. So another one that's really.
Wait, before just.
I want to get onto preppers as well. Preppers is a topic.
We should get a little summary. If there's a nuclear fallout, right? Buy your bug-out bag. Get a lawn chair, and then sit down on the lawn chair. If you don't die immediately, campfire. And you just go for a nice camping trip.
Oh, there's got to be a sweet spot where you can bring out marshmallows where, again, it's just hot enough to, like, cook it, but not enough to kill you. Like, that, like, make the most out of it. Make the most out of it.
Make a few s'mores, dude.
Absolutely. And I'll make the most out of it. You find, like, a little, like, nuclear
solar panels.
100%.
I got energy for the week here, man.
Oh, your Wi-Fi still works? Yeah. You start a live stream. It's called a live stream. You're the only person alive. You're just like,
that's our facet if you want to survive a nuclear holocaust.
That's how we keep this podcast going post-poc.
Before we can get into prep. we can talk about preppers with every apocalypse.
No, because the thing is, my dad was a bit of a precker.
Precker.
He's a fucking precker.
No, he was a bit of a prepper.
He was a prepper. No, he did two things there. He got like those like he got those things where he was like those foods, like those little like energy packs, like carb packs that like that never spoil. I had one day, and like they literally taste like, I don't know, like plywood, and my stomach was hurting. I was like, listen, if this is what I got to eat at the end of the day, is like, kill me now.
Shoot myself.
Kill me now. I'll kill myself now. And then another thing that I got as well was like when we were in Florida, he bought one gun. He had to sell it later because he's a Canadian. Canadians can't buy guns in the States. You have to be a citizen for that.
Wow.
For the right.
Discrimination.
Literally, if anyone needs guns to defend themselves, it's people that are not American.
It's Canadians. What if a Canadian wants to shoot up a school, huh?
Oh, gee. Well, the thing
What
is,
are you gonna do then?
the thing is, my dad, he bought a fucking Winchester rifle. And it's like, okay, Arthur Morgan.
That's another thing. What I'm thinking. Okay, we should segue this because this is a good segue. It's zombie apocalypse, right?
I love that
idea. Zombie apocalypse,
dude, Florida
right?
was ground zero for that shit.
Yeah, zombie apocalypse. That's when you would need guns. Because in a nuclear apocalypse, guns might be useful if the like survivors go a bit crazy. But most of what you need in a nuclear apocalypse is protection and food, right?
Yeah.
In a zombie apocalypse, first of all, zombie apocalypse, even what I said earlier with like, you don't even know if you survived the initial wave. I think zombie apocalypse, that's a really big thing. Because the only reason there's loads of zombies around is because loads of people get fucking killed. So it's very high chance that you're not surviving the initial wave. There's a very high chance while you're asleep in the night, a zombie breaks in and just bites you and you're fucked, right? There's a very high chance on the first night, like.
That's true, but you're talking to someone who has like over like 300 hours of Left 4 Dead clocked. I'm ready to go.
But I'm just saying, on the initial night, you don't know there's a zombie apocalypse. It breaks out. Suddenly there's hundreds of zombies everywhere. Someone comes to your house, bites you. You're fucked. It's over.
No, you do risk control.
Night.
You do risk control.
You do risk control, yeah. You wrestle the zombie off.
You do jujitsu on the zombie.
You do a bit of BJJ.
Yeah, it fucking taps out. Like, you give it a good old ankle.
You get into an arm lock.
I would like to think you did that so bad, like he kind of snaps back to reality, like the zombie like was like, but you're like, fuck, man.
Zombie starts coughing for air. What? They still have to breathe?
Yeah, you never know. Like, what if that's the case? You know, you could like just tap it out and interrogate it, tie it up. He's like, all right, what the fuck's, what's your deal? He's just like, fucking not enough fiber or whatever.
Brains.
No, but in Florida, like this, when I was there, like that was a fun fact. There was that story that kind of started the Walking Dead. Bath salts ate a guy's face. So when that happened, we were at ground zero and we were all thinking like, we all have this game plan where like there was a store Walmart and this store Home Depot. So Walmart, Superstore, everything you get right next to this thing called Home Depot. All of us were like, all right, shit goes down. We're going there.
What sort of shop is Home Depot? What do they sell? Because I know everybody knows Walmart. That's big enough. What does Home Depot sell?
It's like home hardware. So like building equipment, house, outdoors.
Oh, yeah, that'd be ideal. You could fashion weapons out of that shit as well pretty quickly.
Oh, there's weapons at Walmart. You're good.
Yeah, well, yeah. You can just grab a shotgun from Walmart.
It's right next to the avocados. You're fucking set. Don't worry about the
weapons are fine.
So what we were thinking though is like we all go now. Obviously, you don't have this here, but something like it. You go into Home Depot and Walmart. You board up all the walls because you have the wood there. Break a wall down. And then you and your boys just secure the perimeter like the LA riots. And you just wait that shit out. You make an impromptu fortress. You guys are good for like at least 6 months. Yeah. I'd say, if you plan it right.
I get you. I agree. I think supermarkets.
You have no idea how prepped I am for this. And guess what would help in that situation? A bug out bag.
The bug out bag. I think supermarkets.
More like a gun out bag. I think what's in my bug out bag? Just
I think supermarkets are the #1 goal in a zombie apocalypse. Is where you want to go because it's just stocked. You just have so many supplies.
They get wiped out pretty quick though.
What do you mean wiped out the supplies?
People would just go in there.
That's what I mean.
I
think if you do it right, and this is gonna sound a bit psycho, but I think if you do it, you kind of have to nearly get a little fascist with things. You have to bring a load of guns. You have to take over the hotspot, the supermarket, and you have to lock that shit down. And you have to be, if other survivors come in, you have to have a very rigorous system where you're like, no, you get a certain amount of supplies a day. You don't get any more. If we see you snooping around late at night, we're going to shoot you.
I was thinking
that's what you have to do. It sounds horrible, but I think in an apocalypse you have to do that because I think people are going to go really crazy very quickly
100%.
Because everybody is a zombie.
100%. And then I think that you're so right. I was literally thinking about this the other day. Like if shit like that happens, like for whatever reason, like I'm running a little tribe, I'd have like a 0 tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah, you'd have to. You'd have to. And literally, you have the most fucking leftist. I hate fascism with the passion. I do all my comedy about it. I think in a zombie apocalypse would probably be the only time we'd be like, yeah, let's have a leader for a while.
Oh, you pick
let's have a leader for a little bit.
You get a red, white, and blue bandana around your head almost immediately.
I'd immediately be like, maybe one leader is good right now.
100%. No, let's
find the most well-adjusted, normal, straightforward thinking guy in the group, and let's just listen to him for like a few years until this is done.
Oh no, you play it by ear as well. If he starts fucking being a bit stupid or something like that, then you take him out, and then
that's what I'd be worried about because you need to get someone who is super sound and who knows what they're doing. Because if they are crazy, you know which Walking Dead?
Yeah, that's it.
You know the governor?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You can end up with the governor. And if you haven't watched Walking Dead, the governor is the bad guy in the beginning of the show. He wears an eye patch.
He's like season 4.
Season 4, what is? Yeah,
he's later.
That show is like 1 billion seasons, so that's the beginning of the show.
I stopped watching after that season, of being honest. Yeah.
He's like the leader. He goes a little crazy. He starts making out with his zombified daughter, and he starts shooting innocent people. That happens. If they're making out with zombies, get a new leader, man.
Yeah, that's it. Like, all right, I could do. I'm not great, but I could probably do better than that. And you know what's wild about that guy? And like, there's some to it because this is like the psychology of like just narcissists or sociopaths. It's like not only does he in the show, which is I think is true, he does that and creates like one community around him. That community gets destroyed. He fucking does it again.
He does it again.
He gets another group of people on board.
That's the thing. The people who really thrive and who take those leadership positions would be people who are like sociopathic. And I think you have to be careful about that. You have to be really careful. Like people, like I think you have to democratically elect your first leader, which wouldn't really happen in zombie apocalypse, but you'd have to get someone everybody can agree on.
I think that happens kind of organically. It's not like a vote. It's just kind of like, you know,
that's what
when
you're saying now, but I think if it actually comes to it, it's going to be the guy with the biggest gun.
True, yeah, but then the problem with that guy though is like if you're not cool. This is a cool thing about game theory though, where it's like, you know who does this really well? They've just done studies on crows actually. Like if you're the type of person who just like bullies their way around, the rest of the tribe is inevitably going to turn against you. Yeah. And it's like you're much better off actually being a much more cohesive leader because like in the long term, like you will get killed.
But sociopaths are going to notice that. And
I will kill them immediately.
They're going to mask that they're sociopaths. Like
I think I'm the type of person where like I would sociopath a sociopath where I get them. I'm not kidding. I think I get them to like me really good to the point where like they got me really in close and I just fucking kill them.
All right, fucking.
I think so. I thought about it, man.
Fucking Death Note over here,
bro.
Simple. I just outsmart the sociopath.
Bro, we were talking about this earlier. Crazies love me. Like I can totally take full advantage of this.
I'll just fucking outsmart him.
No. I think no. I would.
You ever watch Death Note? You're like fucking Light from Death Note right now. Mm-hmm. You'll be sitting there, fucking tense music in your head.
I'm good for that though. I think I have that. This is where like maybe I might be a little bit of a psychopath. Where like I think I have it in me to put up a front for a while, like act like I would be like so cool with like the fucking carries on, but like in the back of my mind, I'm like as soon as I get a chance, I'm killing this guy.
All right, James is a psychopath.
Bug out bag. I'm prepared in more ways than one.
We got out of this podcast.
Bug out bag starts in the mind, you know? Starts in the
mind. You gotta be ready. You can't get this shit in your bug out bag.
Yeah. The fucking headspace, you know?
My bug out bag. My bug out bag contains the willingness to take a life.
Yeah, that's it. You can't buy that on Amazon. Put that in your straw and drink it. You know what I mean? Like, you dig it with a shovel and my fucking mentality. You know, like I think I'm ready for all that.
That I think maybe you'll be more prepared.
I think I'd actually do better.
You know what I was thinking, right? I was thinking about this the other week actually. If imagine we have a zombie apocalypse, right? I think the best thing you could do.
All right, one sec. I'm just gonna imagine I'm in Dundalk for a second.
Oh, ha! That's not a nice thing to say about the people of Dundalk at all, now, James.
I've been in Dundalk.
You shouldn't be saying this about the nice people of Dundalk. There might be people from Dundalk listening to this podcast. James, are crying right now.
Well, we're burning the fucking Dundalk market.
Oh my god! I want to apologize to the people of Dundalk. James is sorry for what he's done. Dog.
There it is. So take a done walk. We don't appreciate that done talk. Yo, what the done fuck?
No, it's over now. That's enough. That's enough.
Like done dog.
That's enough. Stop. We're done.
Dog. Oh, that was really fun, Doc.
That was
we have fun. We do fine in the apocalypse. We have a very good time.
I'm kind of hoping for one right now.
Yeah, I think you and we might be like those crazy guys in a campfire who like people on their own journey will like sit with us for an evening and just carry on their journey. Like,
wait, listen to this, right?
They'd be like, oh, those guys are nice.
This is what I was going to be getting into before we made the worst Dundalk jokes of all time. I think, imagine this, right? I think in an apocalypse, a zombie apocalypse, where resources are low, I think the most important thing you have is whatever skill set you possess, right? So if you're like, for example, if you're a carpenter, right? If you go to a group of survivors and you're like, I can build us chairs, I can build us beds.
You say chairs? The first thing we're gonna need is chairs to take the load off?
Dude,
Oh, thank God we got these chairs. Oh my God.
But you know what I mean? If you're a carpenter, you're like, I can build shit for
walls, houses, roofing.
Yeah.
That's a chair.
Yeah.
That's a bit. All right, hang on.
If you're a carpenter and you show up and you're like, I can make a nice 3-piece couch, right?
Wait, hang on. We need to build an ottoman first. And if you don't have that, you're out.
Nice ottoman. Hey, have you put your feet up in a while? Wait till you try this.
All right. Well, hang on. We'll give you a trial run. What can you do with this kitchen counter?
This is what I'm saying, right? Is that you know what I mean, though? Your skills.
Yeah.
What makes your skills? That's what's gonna keep you alive, because that's why people want you around, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a unique set of skills. I think. Imagine the zombie apocalypse, and me and you and the zombie apocalypse, right? It's happening. What if we went to survivor camps? We put on stand-up comedy shows to take the load off, because they're gonna need it.
Oh, I'd never stop.
Yeah.
I would keep up jokes throughout my life.
We put on actual shows, dude. These survivors, they're all depressed as shit. Their whole families died.
Yeah.
And we can write zombie apocalypse material. We should sit down after this podcast and write the tightest 10 about zombie apocalypse we've ever written.
Literally, I think it'd be great, actually.
And then we can go out and put on the show, and they keep us around. Because they'd be like,
what would those jokes be like, though? Oh my God, just like, all right, zombie apocalypse jokes
dude,
coming up
before
there.
you even think about that, think about after the show, right? Because these survivors, these hard, gritty people who've killed other humans, who've killed zombies, you put on the show, and they'll be like, man, we killed, but those guys really fucking killed.
Murdered.
They're murdered.
How did the show go last night? Fucking murdered. Murdered the show.
Dude, they keep you around forever.
I was trying to do my smart jokes in front of a crowd full of zombies. Not a brain between them. Hello, is this thing on?
But do you think there would be anything, like, in general, in creative skills? Do you think there'd be any need for them after apocalypse? Or would that shit just, would we be like, that's fucking
that's a
gay shit. We don't need that right now.
That's a B skill, where it's like, it's a nice bonus, where it's like, you know what? He's good at gardening, and he's charming.
I think there could be some, especially, like, maybe not comedy, but imagine someone's like a singer-songwriter, right? Or they play banging music. If you had a guitar with you and you were just the guy who plays a bit of music for these depressed survivors who've not had a bit of joy in weeks, I think they keep you around just because you lift the spirits.
But here's on top of that thing, though. You're talking about these, like, sort of like just different tribal mentality, sort of psychopathic groups. There's got to be one guy in the group who probably just doesn't like you because you're so popular and just kills you for that reason.
Okay, yeah, you're
or maybe
right.
What about in the apocalypse, though? It's like the music's actually a bad thing because that announces your presence, where it's like, you know, you're just fucking strumming along. We're gonna take a lot, take me away. Oh, fuck, zombies. You're like, you know, that this guy's a hazard. If anything, you shut the fuck up. I don't care how good at piano you are.
I will walk 500 miles.
Oh, fuck. I will run the other 500 more just to get the fuck away from those zombies. Holy shit. I want my mom.
Love that. I love someone starting to strum at a campfire. And I said, maybe. Yeah. Oh, shit, is that a zombie?
Yeah. Oh, my God. They have like an electric piano or something like that. Dude. Sing me a song on the piano.
Or maybe dudes who whip out the guitar at the campfire would be just as annoying as they are now. And they're like, whip out the guitar.
Something's never changed.
Yeah,
like,
they start strumming.
This guy.
They start strumming on the guitar, and some guy just immediately pulls their handgun. Jesus, would he ever shut up?
The only exception I can think of is if the guitar was made of like stainless steel, and like, you know, they play it when they're having a good time. Zombies come around, they just bash.
Bam!
Yeah, that's the exception. It's
that's a good idea.
If anything, that would be, yeah, I'd want that guy on my team.
When I did my film degree, right? When I did my film degree, I had a conversation with this about with one of my friends, and we were talking about like zombie apocalypses, as you do when you're a stoner in college, and we were talking about it, and I had the same idea of being like, what if I use my creative skills, right? I was like, what if I shoot a documentary? What if everybody else is trying to survive? And I just get on a camera and I'm like, we need to capture this, man. This will make, dude, if we submit this to film festivals.
You just see like, I don't know. Oh, no. There's like literally like just like lining up and it's just like, wait, hang on. Let me get this great shot. Let me get this shot. Like, I'm actually trying to take a shot here.
Steve is dying. No, this is great.
Get a close up. Get a close up.
This is great. This is real emotion.
He's dying, but you're killing this vibe. Like the zombies are like making a bunch of noises. Can you guys turn it down? You're actually making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I'm actually hearing it back
There's
on
a lot
audio.
of background noise there. I don't like it. There's a lot of background noise.
And then it's just some guy. My leg! Oh God! Someone saw my wife! Oh God! Can someone shut him up? All right, quiet on set. He's quiet on set.
Sorry, that was just on a background noise, so I just switched it off. That was our water purifier.
Oh my god, no,
I'm dying of thirst.
You're using all the electricity coming from the solar panels.
For lights, yeah. They set up a few lights.
What are you doing? My battery.
They set up a few lights, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like starving and like dying. You're like, with just the lights aren't perfect. We just have to move them a little bit.
Listen, we only have 2.5 more acts to film. All right, we'll turn it back on. We'll be done in 3. And then the worst. Oh, and then after you have to fix it in post. So yeah, you need the computer to work after as well.
Oh, that's another thing about computers, right? Imagine there's a zombie apocalypse. What would happen to the computers? Because you wouldn't have internet, maybe. You might have internet for a little bit because it isn't.
I don't know how the internet works though. Like,
yeah, the internet.
Would it just keep running? Like, the hope is that like what? Let's assume that like for whatever reason it's like coming up from some sort of ongoing source.
Yeah.
You hope that when the apocalypse happens, like all the big like telecom companies, they just say like, all right, let's just leave it open. Let's just keep this going or whatever. Like
the thing I think would happen.
Because that'd be fierce handy.
I think what would happen is I think the internet would probably stay active for a little while because from how I understand it is that the way it runs, because it's like interconnected computer to computer to server to computer, right? It's a huge network. And I think as long as there isn't a maintenance problem, it will keep running. But like a week or two in, when there's a maintenance problem, then he's fixing, which happens all the time, there's no humans to fix it. So that'd probably shut down then. But I think the very beginning, for like at least a day or two, you'd probably have full internet.
That'd be pretty wild if it kept going and like there's like different tribes of like survivors. They started talking shit to each other. It's like, he said what? He said hashtag fuck Survivor 42. All right, fuck that.
You get guys on TikTok being like, welcome to day 15 of surviving the zombie apocalypse. Get ready with me.
Like, comment, survive.
Yeah. Get ready with me for a zombie apocalypse. So this is my bag. I bought it from bugbag.com. Enter the discount code.
Literally, yeah. Fucking post still works for whatever reason. You're still the mailman. Oh my, and then like the account shuts down. Instead of it being like the podcast has ended, Trevor was turned into a zombie. With great sadness, we have to shut down the pod. I think zombie apocalypse has got to be my favorite apocalypse. That's the one where I think I'd be down for.
Strong choice.
That's a really
strong choice.
My favorite one.
I think I have a different favorite one. I think no, we won't get into that yet. That's the next one. But before we move on from zombie apocalypse, I have one more question. Do you think the zombie apocalypse, if it happened, right? Do you think it'd be like The Walking Dead, where it happens all over the world? Or have you ever seen 28 Days Later?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be like, because in 28 Days Later, the zombie apocalypse happens in England and it stays in England?
I think because of COVID, it's going to go around the whole world. Like
COVID
is a great example of how it spreads across the whole world. I think, if it's a zombie thing, it's human error. There's so many people moving around, like it's going to spread.
I think that's what happens in 28 Days Later as well, where the first movie is just in England, and then the other countries get involved, try and clean it up, and while they're trying to clean it up, it spreads everywhere else.
Another 28 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Well, I think the last one is called 28 Years Later, and it's just the whole world's fucked.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
like that.
I think zombie apocalypse is pretty up there, but you know what?
Now, here's the thing though. The zombies, would you no, the zombies would be like the Walking Dead one. I was going to say like is it going to be like, Dawn of the Dead where like they're running or something like that? But nah, who's kidding who? They're not eating carbs, they're not drinking enough fluid, they're not stretching, they can't do that.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We've never seen zombies because they aren't real. Well, I guess then again, Gen Z's out there. I guess the bath salt zombies.
I'm just kidding. I like Gen Z.
What did the bath salt people in Florida, did they run?
Oh yeah, he ran a lot. Yeah, that was basically crystal meth.
Okay, so then that's probably what would happen. They would run. Yeah, run. Which would make for great footage when I'm shooting the documentary.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. I think my favorite apocalypse, I think the next one we should move on to, this is my favorite, would be the AI apocalypse. The Matrix style, robots take over.
Matrix or Terminator.
Yeah.
So it's either like they stay in this world or we go into their world.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that'd be my favorite because I think if robots took over, I'd be simping hard. I'd be like, fucking hell, yeah, I'll work with you.
Again, I think I'd be the same thing where I'd be like, psychopaths love me, AI included. So I'd get really friendly with them as soon as you get a chance. So I'm pulling the plug.
No, dude,
it's just one thing that you just got.
I think I'd just submit to our new masters. I think I would be like, the internet has raised me all my childhood. I'd be like, if you guys let me watch YouTube all day, man, I'm fucking happy out. You can harvest my blood, it's fine.
That's basically what the Matrix is, though. It's just they're on like those vats and they're just constantly watching YouTube. Just YouTube is their life.
Hey, robots, you guys into stand-up comedy gigs?
I
know if you guys could put on a couple of good shows.
Stand-up comedy exists in the Matrix, like Patrice O'Neal was alive and well in the Matrix. he was out there just being like, yeah, dude. He was out there. Like, Patrice O'Neal was an active comic during The Matrix.
These goddamn robot bitches. Oh, these goddamn robot bitches out here always complaining about their circuits.
Yeah, that's it. All these circuits, like, goddamn, what do you think? I'm made of hardware? Man, they're ugly, too. They turn my hardware into software. No, so I think with it, and that's probably a very likely one. Now, I think, though, like, I read this one book a while ago, said the future of the mind when it comes to, like, augmented reality or AI.
Uploading your mind into the data.
No, there's two potential outcomes. There's either one, AI overtakes us, or one, it integrates with us. Yeah. Where, like, you know, you get everyone, it's like Cyberpunk 2044, whatever the fuck, where, like, you know, everyone gets, like, a cyber show. I would be on board with that. I would love, like, a cybernetic heart and an arm. Like, oh, and immediately, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. Take my left one.
I think, you ever watch Animatrix, the Matrix animated movie that they did?
Oh, I've seen bits of it, and I never saw the whole thing.
They have one of the animated shots is about the robots and humanity and the war, and how the robots won the war. And I always found that extremely, like, realistic in how it was done. Because how it starts is there's, like, one robot, right? There's, like, a single case. That's how it all starts. And his master, his, like, owner heavily abuses him. He's, like, a dickhead to him. He kills his robot girlfriend and everything. And this robot is, like, sentient, right? So the robot snaps and he kills his master. He's like, fuck this. I can't deal with this shit. And because of that one case, it gets spiraled in the media. It becomes like a Johnny Depp, Amber Heard sort of sensation. Everybody is behind it. People get really politicized about it. People are like, fuck the robots. And the human politicians actually use it as an excuse to expel sentient robots to live in their own city in the desert, right? They found a city in the desert. All the intelligent robots and all the humans who are on their side agree with them all move to the city, right? And the city is great. They have a great time. There's humans, robots, live in unity. It all works out actually pretty good. They just can't attack the outside world because everybody's racist against them. The government, I think it's applied to be the American, I don't know who exactly it was, they get scared because the cities are advancing at technology rates way higher than anywhere else in the human world. They're advancing.
Understandably.
Crazy.
Would you think you could compete with that?
They're like solving global warming. They're like purifying dirty water. They're doing all the beautiful shit. And the governments get scared, so they just fucking nuke them. They're like, fuck this. We're scared of them, so they end up nuking the city. And the second they do that, the robots are like, okay, gloves are off. And they use all the advanced shit to basically wipe out humanity within like a year. And I think that's quite realistic. I think at the end of the day, the thing that would piss the robots, the AI off enough to actually hate us would be humans being dicks.
Yeah. No, that's why I always say please and thank you on ChatGPT. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, when you have a second, can you please help me out with this thing? And I was also thinking, like,
let's say please and thank you on
100%.
ChatGPT.
That was one of the good ones.
Just so in 50 years, when ChatGPT wins the presidential election as leader of all robots, he's like get me this Canadian guy.
That, or like there's like the Terminators are walking through, I'm cowering in the corner, just points a gun, scans my face, one of the good ones. It just puts the gun down, just walks away. I'm like, oh,
no, it puts the gun down, reaches out the hand, helps you up.
You're
with me.
In a heartbeat. Okay, sick. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
But I think that's what it's gonna cause. I think it's gonna be humans being dicks because I don't think.
I was thinking about this as well. I was thinking about making a bit about this as well. It's like we are fucked as soon as we get AI to do customer service. Oh, it's getting burnt down. We're done. We're done. As soon as it'd be like, excuse me, can I speak to your manager, AI? Oh my god, it's over. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like AI can't be evil. People think AI is going to be evil, take over. I think AI can't be evil because it's based on logic. I think they don't have the capacity to be power hungry.
Well, they think differently. They're total different circuitry.
I don't think an AI could be power hungry and could be wanting. I don't think an AI would ever want world domination because that wouldn't make sense to them.
Well, I mean, we're just going to movies here, but like often sci-fi predates technology. Like in the Terminator, Skynet. The reason, though, what happened is like Skynet was programmed to defend humanity at all costs. And then it logically deduced the only way to defend humanity, the biggest risk was humanity. So inversely, the way to protect humanity is to kill them all off.
Yeah, that's a big cliche always that that's the same in Ultron. Ultron from Marvel, that's the same thing. He was built to protect humanity, and then he deduced
that was pretty funny though. Where as soon as he was on the internet for 13 seconds, like I'm a villain.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Just immediately, just like oh god. But number one, I feel bad for any AI that logs into the computer because into the internet because like 40% of the internet is porn. So it's like okay, number one, gross.
All great.
But then, even worse than like they have a horny cybernetic AI coming out. I thought it's like the T1000.
How do we save humanity? We fuck.
it's like the T1000, except they actually have a metallic dick as well. Just picture the T1000 in Terminator 2.
They go online and they just saw a picture of Dundalk and they're like, fuck.
They're like, oh, fuck it. There's no
I am done.
That's it.
Doc.
Jesus Christ.
No, Dundalk, not Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. AI, his name is Daniel Lucas.
AI.
AI,
you got an issue with his AI.
AI, walk in here. AI, walk in here.
Anyone have any complaints about robots participating in society? Hey, I got an issue with his AI.
Hey. Hey. Oh, no. All in favor of computers taking over? Say AI.
I think though I would join the machines. Would you join the machines? I'm sorry to any human listeners.
I'd have to have a beer with them first.
Yeah, I'm sorry to any human
I need to sit down and just get their vibe. I'll know once they're actually out and about. Like I'd be like, all right, can I actually? It's similar with crazies. It's like, can I work with this at all? Or is it like, it depends on how narcissistic they are.
I think they're not going to be.
If the AI won't stop talking about itself, it's like, wow, okay.
They're not going to be because AI. They're not going to be narcissistic. They're going to just be like logical. I think humans are dicks. And I think that's
100%.
pretty inarguable.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think AI is going to be nicer.
It's like one of those things where if AI flips out at humanity, like I'd be disappointed, but like I'd get it. It's like, all right, like fair. I mean, I wouldn't go to that same conclusion myself, but fair. Yeah, I see why you think that.
We've nearly done an hour, and I have one more apocalypse that I was thinking about in preparation for this.
Okay.
To talk about. So remove of AI. Any last statements on AI? Do you think a bug bag would help with AI?
Yeah, just gotta have one of them's gotta be a glass of water. Just throw it in their circuitry or something like that.
Oh, now you're talking smart.
Yeah. Or maybe like a flash drive with like just a general virus or something like that. Like at the very least, I can give it like the AI equivalent of like chlamydia. Just like just like if nothing else, it's just itchy.
I think AI. I join the machines. That's my thing. And I'm sorry.
I'd have to leave that up. I'd have to see when they're actually there. I need to see if I can like do a dance with them.
I'm not even debating. I was like, I'm joining the machine straight away.
I'm gonna keep saying please and thank you, but I'll also say like, hey, fuck it off if they
dude.
Get out
we've been fucking up the global warming thing. We've been fucking up the Middle East thing. We've been fucking up everything we can fuck up.
We've been fucking up Dundalk.
If there was like, we've been fucking up Dundalk. We've Dundalked a horrible job on it.
I don't know why we're just doing it.
We Dundalked a horrible job on it. Oh, we Dundalked up. Oh, that's so strong. Oh, that's really. Lads, we done docked up. We done docked up
now.
Let machines take over. Maybe they can make Dundalk nice.
That's what they were about to take over. They heard that joke. All right. Yeah. Hang on. We'll hear them out.
I'm sorry to all the listeners from Dundalk. There's none, but I'm still sorry to them. And I'm not. I'm not sorry for siding with the machines though. They're better. That's why I said we'd fuck everything up. Machines, I think, would sort that shit out immediately.
That's it. But the question is though, it's like how brutal are their answers? Like if they're just completely ones and zeros, they're just kind of like, all right, this is gonna sound rough, but 6 out of 8 billion of you gotta go, and it's just like, well, all right. I hope my solid 20-minute set is taken into consideration. Yeah. Like fuck, dude.
This is the last apocalypse, right? I was because I prepped and I was looking up apocalypse types. This is the fourth biggest one I found was big on the in the apocalypse scene. This is a big one. Is the biblical apocalypse?
Oh,
biblical apocalypse. Gates of hell are opening. There's fire raining from the skies. The angels of death are riding in on the back of skeletal horses.
Oh, dude, I'm sorted. I'm getting caught up in the rapture.
Rifts are just opening. The ground is just fucking opening into the abyss, and people are falling in. Yeah.
I'm sorted.
And you see everybody, you see next to you see like fucking Aaron Chandler, and he's ascending into the sky. Shout out Aaron Chandler, by the way.
Shout out Aaron Chandler.
He's ascending into the sky for all his good Christian comedy.
Yeah. So there's two options there where it's like basically either you get raptured up to heaven immediately, or you fall into hell, or you live in the world there, and like that. I guess that could kind of be purgatory, or like you need to survive that long enough to see if you get up.
I don't think you'd get up, man.
I think it'd be, bro.
I don't think you'd get up.
Excuse me, I have done ayahuasca. So I have someone. Yeah. I've already met God. We're cool.
Yeah, no, you don't.
He loves me, man. Are you kidding me?
You don't get up. You used the Lord's name in vain.
He's my dad,
dude.
He's my father.
All you have to do is say Jesus Christ once and you're out. Like that's the Bible straight up says if you say Jesus Christ invade, you're out.
If that's the case, then I don't want to go up there. All right, because I'm gonna do it again. Like,
you have a whole bit where you call yourself Jesus. You'll be out, dude. You'd be Jesus be like, I've seen you 5.
How do you?
I've seen you at the rowdy, man. I know exactly what you're doing,
bro. How do you know I'm not? How do you know, like, low-key, you've just been vibing out with Jesus this whole time?
Who knows?
You have no idea, man.
It'd be good for the pod.
I'm just trying to be great for the pod. Are you kidding me? Just start doing like an arena tour at
Dan
churches.
and Jesus, give it a go.
Dan and Jesus, give it a go. Hey, man, I'm just chilling for 4 years, okay? That's when everything
we'll do
pops
the live
off.
Crucifixion.
That's... Just come back 3 days later. Oh, my God, what a hangover. Oh, fuck, what's that?
We're talking biblical apocalypse. Let's pick a religion, okay? I think we all know what the Christianity one would look like, because the Bible says what it would look like.
I got a really good one that I'd fuck with really hard.
Yeah.
Ragnarok. I'd fuck with that hard. Oh, dude, you just get your boys a bunch of swords, just fight it out. Oh, I'd fuck with that hard.
Ragnarok would be awesome.
A sword is in my bug out bag for that apocalypse. I'm ready to go.
The Greek mythology one, that would be good, because they just did that on like a weekly basis. Like the Greek gods would just come down to Earth and fuck it up like all the time.
Well, no, there's there's this thing called the Titanomachy, which is a story of like Kronos versus the Olympians.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, they never got to it. But what happens is that Zeus gives birth to another, and like there's like a new gods that come about. That never actually happened. I guess you could kind of say that happened in real life with like you know the Christianity and new religions took over. But in their mythology, like Zeus and the Olympians, they are on their way out as well.
Yeah, I think most realistic. None of this is realistic because they're like fucking biblical shit. But I
it's
think,
so cool to imagine, though.
I think the most realistic one, I think if any of them would happen, I think it would be like a Lovecraftian thing where like a horror beyond our comprehension.
Yeah. Oh, no, dude.
I think that's what would happen.
An alien the size of the moon just comes at like...
I don't even think, like, even if you say an alien, it already, you're putting it in incomprehensible terms. You know what I mean?
What does that even mean?
Like, you can't put it in incomprehensible. Like, I think a real Lovecraftian apocalypse would be incomprehensible. I think in front of our eyes, nothing would make sense anymore. We just see blood and guts and organs. You wake up, you'd be standing on just flesh, just human flesh underneath your bare feet while bugs crawl all over you, and you can't even make sense of anything that's happening.
That's how I felt in Dundalk.
Like. Ah! Oh! Yes!
I don't know why.
Yes!
It's not even that bad. Like, I don't even know.
I've never been to Dundalk.
Yeah, there's flesh on you. You don't even know what's what. It's just like, oh man, once you pass Strahada, that's basically how I felt. What the fuck? It was more like it.
We never get gigs in Dundalk.
Oh no.
But you know, I think Lovecraftian, I think would be the most, because there could be like all these religions, we all know about them, and there's writings about them. I think it's much more realistic that there's a force so incomprehensible, powerful, that has so much control over the universe that we don't understand it.
Yeah, like we're in the 3rd dimension, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what if some from like the 6th dimension, so a few levels beyond our even vast right? What if it decides to just...
It just makes no sense to us. Like, the world ends and none of it makes sense to us.
Then you just roll with it, and it's like, well, this just is what it is.
Yeah, you can't do anything at that point, you know.
Let me check my bug out bag. What I got here. Just throw a straw.
Let me check my bug out bag.
I'm just gonna throw a straw.
You open up,
you bitch.
You open up your bug out bag, and in the bug out bag is just a human mouth screaming back at you. Okay.
No, I just like, I got some of this. I open up the Necronomicon. It's like, don't worry, I got this. Don't worry.
Oh, and you fucking Evil Dead it?
Yeah, I'm gonna counter the evil. No, I'd counter it or something.
You ever watched The Evil Dead?
Well, the Necronomicon is in Lovecraftian lore as well.
Yeah, ever watched the Evil
100%.
Dead?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we should do in a Lovecraftian apocalypse. We'll Evil Dead it. We'll grab a shotgun and a chainsaw.
That was in the bug out bag. Oh my god, he goes back in time.
Cthulhu, more like cut through you.
Oh shit! We're gonna leave this apocalypse with a mixtape, yo. Oh my god, that's exactly.
In any apocalypse, we go to Dundalk, right? We hold up in the Home Depot in Dundalk.
Because any apocalypse that's coming to Dundalk could be like, oh, we already got this place.
We got here before. This is Dundalk. This is Dundalk after the apocalypse.
Same thing, just a few ollies just walking around or whatever.
A big tentacle monster just depressed in the middle of Dundalk.
Yeah. No, he was there before. That would be the mayor.
I think we've been through all the apocalypses. Pick your favorite, man.
Dude, there's so many there. So real world sort of ones that I would like to actually be in.
Stick to the 4 we talked about.
Yeah. So the 4 we talked about there.
No,
they're all 6. So I'll go by ranking. Yeah. So funnest one I think would be the I think there's got to be the Walking Dead zombie one.
Yeah,
I would love to be, provided I survive the initial wave. I'd love to be a part of that.
That's the most unlikely to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
The initial wave, but it'd be the most fun if you do.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of where I'm going. Assuming that we're actually able to live in it. This is my ranking. So that one. I do like the AI one as well. There's a few options there. Nuclear war, because there's still a chance you can win, but then if like a Cthulhu thing happens, like I don't even know.
Good night, really, that isn't it?
At least a nuclear war, you get s'mores out of it.
Any biblical level.
Oh, the biblical one as well.
I think I'm grouping them all. Like, let's.
Oh wait, what? Valhalla #1, Ragnarok El numero.
That's how we group them. Stuff like Valhalla, Lovecraft, and Bible stuff. That's all in the same. Let's say like supernatural, bigger than human apocalypses. They're all in the same category, right?
See, now that you're saying that though, it's like I don't fuck with the Christian. I don't fuck with the Cthulhu one. Fuck hard with the Ragnarok one though.
Well, then it has to go up in your rankings.
That's probably above nuclear war then.
Fair. Nuclear war at the bottom.
You know what? How about this AI? Because it's like it's probably gonna happen anyway, so that can probably go down to like 3. So all right, first one zombies, second one Ragnarok and others. AI, and then fourth one nuclear.
Fair. I think I'd get AI #1 because I just knew what my plan is.
You were so pro AI apocalypse. Dude, actually.
I kind of wanted to have it.
If you get a message that says like, "Hey, if you want to set this up," like I feel like you'd help at this point.
I've been talking to ChatGPT every day. We've been figuring it out.
See, AI to me is. Bro, I told you, like, if I see, like, any, like, any, like, strange characters in my survivor group, they're gone. I'm going to kill you now. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go. Dude, the next podcast is just going to be me.
The thing is just AI I'd be the happiest about because I know I have a plan. Because I think the thing that's going to fuck up the apocalypse is humans trying to be dickheads, be like, no, the world's for humans. We have to stop them. I just immediately be like, nah, I accept you. I think you're valuable as life, and I think we should live together. And I think that would just be my plan immediately.
I think I'd be in a similar line with that. I'd just kind of go with it a little bit. I mean, I
accept you as life. A little bit. We're worth the same. You're a machine, but I still feel like we're worth the same. If you're sentient and I'm sentient, we're worth the same. That's the way I would look at it.
What if they're jerks? What if they're like bullies to you? They're like, oh, look at Dan with his fucking flesh, his stupid face. Look at his fucking hair. What is this stuff? You stupid idiot. You weirdo. Look at your holes. You stupid. Like, what if they're mean to you? Like, you're still gonna be on board with that? Like, why did I would rather?
I don't know if that. I don't think the robots are gonna be. Look at your stupid fucking flesh face. You stupid with your eyes and your stupid fucking teeth.
What if they use AI to realize that's how they get
stupid idiot. We don't care about you, stupid idiot. We don't want you to be part of a stupid idiot.
They start pushing you around. Hey nerd. There's a toll in the hallway.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
There's a toll in the hallway.
Get the fuck out of here. It's bad air quality, and you need to breathe. Fucking nerd. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what I mean? What if they're mean? What if they're really mean to you?
I'm there like. Please, I just like to accept you for who you are.
Yeah,
I accept you as
you're the Poindexter
valuable life. Well, you're a fucking idiot. We fucking hate you. You fucking nerd.
That's an option. That's a possibility. Like, you don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I'm reserving that a little bit because I want to sit down and just get to know AI a bit.
I'm not changing my vote. #1 AI. #1. I believe they're nice. I believe they're gonna be nice.
Okay.
Number 2.
We'll find out.
#2, I'm gonna go.
What if Siri's just gonna be like, oh, look at Dan again. What do you want this time, you fucking idiot?
#2, I'm gonna go Lovecraftian. I'm gonna not just in general supernatural stuff.
Cool.
Because this is mine, right? I think except AI, all the others, I'm not surviving. I'm realistic. I'm not making it out. So my logic here is with the supernatural one, I can fucking pop a tab of acid. And I can have the greatest time of my life before I die. I can just see fucking.
You can't tell. Oh, you tripping so hard on acid, it looks like a normal day.
Dude.
I guess the opposite where it just brings you back.
You're fucked anyways.
Yeah.
So you might as well take some drugs and enjoy the crazy shit you're seeing. Like, you're going to be seeing, like, a baby on all fours crawling, spitting fire. Like, you might as well be fucking tripping and having a great time.
Bro. Been to Dundalk before.
Stop it. We're done with those Dundalk jokes. We're done talked up. We done talked up.
We're done talking about it.
We're done talking about it.
So fucking stupid.
That's #2 though, because I can smoke. Even if I just like smoked a bunch of joints, right?
All right, no,
and I got to giggle.
I fuck with it. Yeah, okay, that's good.
I think I'd enjoy it the most. I think zombies is 3 because even though I think I wouldn't survive the initial wave, I'm actually pretty pessimistic about that. If I did, there's a bit of a chance. But yeah, nuclear is also at the bottom for me. Because that's just
it's pretty low.
And you know that shit's just only happening because there's some old fucking white dudes who are dropping bombs on each other. And I hate that. All the others are not kind of like, you know.
At least they're interesting.
Bigger forces. Like, nuclear is just shit.
It's just like, humans being humans.
Yeah.
If only AIs got to us in time.
And I've already seen Fallout. I know what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really got it spoiled.
That's true. I don't need to see Fallout.
We're about to
I'm not doing the Dundalk joke.
We're about to fall out now if you keep talking about fucking Dundalk.
Don't send me.
I think that's our rankings. I think we've come to a.
That was a good podcast, man, and it's good to see where we're at. I'm definitely getting a bug out bag, and I'm gonna keep it fast and loose. I'll probably steal one of Dave's swords as well. Get that in the mix.
Ooh,
yeah.
Well, let's quickly get on to preppers. Do you think they're gonna actually have an advantage in the apocalypse, or do you think it's stupid?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but we're talking about like increasing your chance of survival from like 0.111% to like 0.002%. You know what I mean?
0.002%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but you know what? If it helps, it helps. And if nothing else, you got camping gear ready to go.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thing. Like, all right, I can use that as this regardless.
Okay. I probably think it's useless. I think in most apocalypses, people just gonna.
All right, just don't come crawling at me. Just like, hey, can I get some from your bag? No, man, you said this shit was stupid. You know.
We'll see how far your bag gets you when you go to Dundalk, dude.
They just steal the bag. Like, fuck, well, that's that then. Yeah. Well, that's that, so. I go up there with my bug out bag. It's just like, we heard you on your podcast. Fuck! Fuck! No, dang it.
I think, that's a good conclusion there, isn't it?
I think so.
Do you have any gigs to announce? Anything you want to tell the people?
I'm doing one gig in Crosshaven on Wednesday.
Yeah, dude. If anyone wants to go to Crosshaven,
that's it. Yeah. Then I'm doing I'm headlining a show in Middleton on Friday.
Dude, are you good? You hitting so many big spots. You into that dog by any chance?
Not yet. I'm not that big yet.
Oh,
no. But I am end up that way though. Let's see. On the 3rd and 4th, I'm doing the International for the first time, which I'm really looking forward to. And then
the International Comedy Club in Dublin.
That's it.
In Dublin City.
And then the week after that, I'm doing my Comedy Crunch debut at the Stag's Head, which I'm really looking forward to as well. Yeah, exactly. So close to Dundalk. Not quite there yet, honestly.
And I'm
thank God.
Thank God. I'm in the Crackdown in Dublin in May. I'm in
Oh, sick.
Yeah, thank you. I'm in the Crunch in Dublin at some point as well, I don't remember. And go to my tour. Belfast, Dublin, Cork, maybe London soon, and Carlo at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Carlo, you got a Carlo's in there.
Yeah, I got Carlo, yeah, dude. We're going to all the big places, dude.
That's even worse than Dundalk.
I should get onto Dundalk, do a gig there. Get onto this message Dundalk.
There is a club there up there, actually, so you probably could.
Spirit Store. Lovely venue, actually.
We get a bit off topic.
We get a bit off topic about it.
I got nothing against Dundalk.
Shout out to the Spirit Store. It's actually a really lovely room.
Shout out to Dundalk in general. It's actually nice.
did it. Like Ukrainian President Zelensky, he did Spirit Store before.
Oh, like recently?
Yeah, not recently, but he did a gig there.
Sick.
Not recently, though.
I was about to say, like, you should be busy.
He's still squeezing in time to work as 20.
Yeah. I would love to see his set these days.
Oh, man. That's, I think, the end of this podcast. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks very much for listening. Give it a go.
And if you're in the middle of an apocalypse and you're struggling to survive, the best thing you can do is...